So now we will discuss cluster type of town planning. Literally, it means a village resembling a coach. The characteristic feature of this plan is that the site may be either square or rectangular. So here in this plan we can see that the settlement either in a square pattern or in a rectangular pattern. The site are set part of for the poor, the middle class, the rich, and a very rich. So in equal co-division of the site plan, we can see that the sizes of the plot are vary according to their settlement of their classes. Okay. So the size, so little size for the poor people, and this if you see. This is for the poor, for the middle class, upper middle class, or rich, or very rich. The size of the site increasing according to the capacity of each purchase or built upon. The main roads are much wider compared to those of the other pattern. So we can see that these roads are wider than the internal roads. You can see that local road. So the main road are wider than the other remaining road. The town may or may not be surrounded by a fort. Space is divided into 4, 9 or 6 wards by a network of streets. So in this plan we can see that space according to their occupancy of classes. Suppose this is for the poor class, this is for the upper middle class, or for the rich class. Wards are number of wards are vary. So upper class or rich class, the wards are 4 in numbers. Similarly here 9 in number, 16, and more than 16. Okay. In wards, the roads are planted in chessboard system, but they are not divided in equal number of plots. So as we discussed that the distribution are in chessboard system, but the numbers of division are for each sector are not equal. Division was according to degree of rank or wealth of the people. As we discussed, division are on the basis of their degree of. The village is enclosed by wall and ditches with 4 principal gates on south and subsidiary ones in the corner. So these are the 4 principal gates. There might be subsidiary gate at the corner of any corner of the settlement. And these are the nomenclature for this given plan. Shiva or Vishnu temple center, the temple tank, is just around the main temple. Colleges, hospital, monastery basically poor, rich class, this class sector, situated in richest class sector. Gates, these are the gates. This is the plan of Jaipur city. This is the perfect example of Prastara type of town plan. So this is the Jaipur city. So here we can see that the distribution of different sector according to their class, and the plot size vary according to their class settlement. the plan of the Jaipur city. Chaturmukha type of town plan. This type of plan is applicable to all towns starting from the largest town to the smallest village. The site may be either square, rectangular, having 4 faces. So, as you can see in the plan, the site either in a rectangular or it may be in a square shape. The town is laid out east, west, lengthwise, and buildings are based on a modular system. The orientation of the town is always in east-west direction from its length. The temple of the visiting deity will be always at the corner, at the center. Sorry. So the temple of the visiting deity will be always at the center. There are 4 cardinal streets on 4 sides. So these are the 4 cardinal streets on each side. Two large streets crossing each other at right angle in the center, dividing the whole site into a 4 block of wards. So here in this plan we can see that the 2 main streets crossing each other at right angle and dividing the whole plan into 4 sectors or 4 wards. 4 principal gates are placed on a terminus of 2 highways and no of supplementary gate at the corner. So at the end of 2 principal gates, there are 4 main entrance for the city, the town, and there are no any supplementary gate at the corner. Each ward is planned with 4 smaller roads crossed by the same number of them. So if you consider each ward, so there are 4 number of roads, 4 number of horizontal roads and 4 number of vertical roads. So each ward is planted with 4 smaller roads crossed by the same number of them. The southeast ward is allotted for Brahman. So the plan, the specific region or specific side is for the specific caste or suppose for here the southeast ward is allotted for Brahmin. The southeast ward is allotted for Brahmin. Southwest for the ruling class. Southwest for the ruling class. Northeast and northwest to the traders. So northeast, northwest for the traders. Shudras or artisans and labor class are relegated to their extreme borders, and these are the position for their Shudras and artisans. Now, Karmukha type of town plan. This plan is suitable for place where the site of the town is in a form of a bow or semicircular or parabolic, and mostly applicable for towns located on the seashore or a river bank. So if we can see in this plan, this side may be a river bank or a seashore. Okay. And the whole settlement is just beside the river bank seashore. The main street of the town run from north to south or east to west, and the cross streets run at right angle to them, dividing the whole area into a blocks. So the main street, orientation of main street either east west or north south direction, and the cross street run at a right angle. And dividing the whole area into a blocks. These are the blocks. These are the parallel street. The preceding deity, commonly a female deity, is installed in the temple, built in any convenience place. So there is no specific place for the deity temple. So we can plan a temple, the position of temple in any convenience space, or the deity commonly a female deity. The principal street is parallel to the direction of the bow. Okay. The principal street is parallel to the direction of the bow. The direction of the bow is north side. So all the principal streets are directed towards the north. Okay. The number of the transverse street can be 1 to 5. So the number of the transverse street can be 1 to 5. So yeah. Houses range on the both sides of the street. If there is a street, and the houses will be the both sides of the street. For each street, it may have a desirable number of gates, and circumvallation is optional. Towns like Padmaka, Kheta, or Chaturmukha are planned in this manner. Padmaka was preponderance of Vyasa. Kheta is generally inhabited by the traders and laborers. This is the plan of the Karmukha type of plan. These are the nomenclature of that. Shiva or Vishnu temple. College, hospital. This could be the college or the hospital. Monastery, and the tank. And the satellite image or Google image of Banaras Hindu University campus. The Google image of Banaras Hindu University campus, which is Karmukha type of plan. An example of Karmukha type of plan is the layout of the Banaras Hindu University. Now we will discuss about the Sarvatobhadra type of town plan. Literally means a bliss for all. This type of town is applicable to a large village and town which has to be constructed on a square site. The shape of this kind of plan is a square or rectangular, which generally is the square. According to this plan, the whole town should be fully occupied by houses of various descriptions and inhabited by all classes of the people. It is oblong or square and divided into a interlinear chambers. The temple dominates the village. This is the image for Sarvatobhadra type of town. The center temple dedicated to Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva is located. Okay. The center is having a temple which is dedicated to Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva is located. 4 streets running around the village with boulevard outside. 4 streets. These are the 4 streets. Pavilions, rest houses at corner. Pavilions and rest houses at the corner of the settlement. Town is secured by a wall and a ditch with 4 large gates on the side and many gates at corner. And here we can see that there are 4 main entrance gates in each side, optional or more than optional or other few gates are at the corner. Hamlets for Shudras and Vyasyas should be allotted towards the south. So the hamlets should be towards the south side. So Shudras and Vyasyas. Trappers and weavers have their quarters in between west and southwest. In between west and southwest direction. This direction. Tank and reservoirs constructed either in south or in the intermediate quarters. So tank or reservoir should be constructed either in south direction, right, or in the intermediate quarters or any intermediate quarters. Okay. So the plan for Sarvatobhadra and their nomenclature is here. So compare temple is the center, Brahmin's quarter, Brahmin's quarter, surrounding the temple, Siddhas and others, Siddhas and others, colleges, weavers, cloth, merchants, etc. Hospital should be in southwest corner. Workmen's house, workshops, monastery, and Chamuni or Kali temple. Srinagram, Tiruchipalli. The example of Sarvatobhadra town planning is Srinagram, Tiruchipalli. The aerial view of Srinagram or Google view of Srinagram, Tiruchipalli. So the comparative analysis is the comparative analysis. So I will not discuss here the comparative analysis. You can go through that. Okay. And these are the influences. The planning principle during this period were formulated in such a manner as to reflect the religious belief of the people. So in each plan we have seen that they reflects the religious belief, and the place of worship used to be the focal point in the town layout. As we have seen in each planning, most of the planning have their temple or location of temple at the center of the city. Their position of temples are at the center of it. So we can say that the worship used to be the focal point in the town layouts. Caste hierarchies define the social and occupational structure of the society. In turn, determine the location of residential area for different social groups within a settlement. So we have seen most of the time we have seen that they have divided or segregate their wards or sectors according to their class type. The linkages between various residential area and also between each residential area and the other public places such as a market, parks, etc. were based on the same principle. The location of the town gate and the direction of the road moving out of the settlement were related to a cardinal direction. Next to the religion, the factor that most prominently governed the planning settlements in this era was that of security. Thus, the city wall, gates, and moats become an essential feature of the human settlement. So, this is the last line. Thank you very much. And these are some references which I differences from preparing my video. Thank you very much. Thank you.